asked the chef to cook up a Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people for under $50. Check it out. Our chef of choice, Chef Carlyn Berghoff. We sent her shopping with the Mahone family of Chicago to help them come up with a great Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people for under $50.
What kind of things do you usually like to have for Thanksgiving?
Turkey, stuffing, green beans, dessert.
Good. So why don't we write down what we need to get at the store so that we use our time wisely and we only buy what we need. So we're going to make apple cobbler for dessert, and we picked apple cobbler because it's something everyone in your family will like. Right. It is traditionally made with Granny Smith apples, which is $1.99 a pound. The Honey Crisp is a very similar taste factor. So look at the difference in price that we can save. In the Sunday paper this week, there was a $10 Dominic's coupon. So look what that's going to do. And then just using your store card, we can figure out what that does. And then also any other coupons that we could have found in the store when we walked in the door is another thing that you always want to pay attention to. So by making our own dessert for Thanksgiving, we're going to save about half from buying a store-bought dessert. And then just put it in your refrigerator so that you have some budget of time to make other things that have to be made more towards the last minute.
Oh, look at you!
All you really need is the food. The food speaks volumes. It's just in how you present it. So we can garnish your turkey with some fresh produce that you can use for something else, for another dish. For under $50, we have Thanksgiving for 10 people. We have a time-roasted turkey breast and turkey. We have Berghoff traditional stuffing. This is one of our recipes that the restaurant serves all the time. Sauté of fresh green beans, sweet potato pie in honor of you being one of your family traditions, cranberry relish, and then apple cobbler. All for under $50.
Celebrating a century of entertaining, please welcome Carlyn Berghoff. Hi, Carlyn.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. Show us some of the things you brought with you today.
I brought an old world apple cake that can also be as a breakfast item without the Berghoff bourbon rum sauce.
What's over here?
Apple strudel, which we sell over 40,000 a year, 40,000 slices of apple strudel in a year.
How did you come up with this recipe?
It was a breakfast item. It was something that was on the menu just as pancakes in the 1900s. And then when apples became such a big thing, my grandfather stirred in the apples.
Now, do your kids, you have 3 of them, right?
I have 3 kids.
And
13.
are they helpful in the kitchen?
Oh my gosh. That's part of our family time. You know, one of the things a lot of people ask me is how do you juggle your business and your family? And the table is a very important place. I'm a really big believer in eating with my children, whether it's breakfast or dinner. Important. You know, we have so much to tell as a food family. You know, food's such an important part of everybody's lives, and everybody loves to eat, and everybody has an opinion. And people have come to the restaurant for years. Sometimes there'll be 4 generations sitting at a table.
Hear the sizzling. We're cooking already on lunch break. It's a Chicago classic with a rich German tradition. From the Berghoff restaurant, Carlyn Berghoff is back with us today. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. So we're making a butternut squash soup today, and this butternut squash soup has only 5 ingredients. There's no dairy. It can be vegetarian, and 8 portions can cost about $15 or less.
Wow.
And we have 2 different types of onions. We have a sweet leek, and we have just a regular sweet onion.
Hence the 2 different colors. Okay.
Absolutely. But if budget gets even tighter, leeks are more expensive than sweet onions. So you can just switch out the leeks and use all sweet onions.
I love all these money-saving tips as well, because people are thinking about that right now.
And I think one of the things is when you go to the grocery store, you really need to think about what you want, your recipes, and kind of look and see, is this like an affordable recipe to make?
Right.
So we're going to add the squash now. This has to cook now for about half an hour.
The fragrance is really coming out, especially with the cinnamon there.
And then we use you can put it in a Cuisinart, or you can use a hand blender, and then this is what we get.
So that looks good.